Hello everyone, it's Partyfoot here, bank standing as Ucarnfightr. This is my RuneScape account. Old school RuneScape. I had a character by the same name on the original RuneScape back in like 2012 or whatever, and earlier, when I was a teenager. But that one got migrated to RuneScape 3, so in COVID I made this character, which is Ucarnfightr again, and yeah. The original account was given to me by one of my friends in high school, and it was already like, it had been played a little bit. At the time I was like, I'm a Nepo baby. I inherited like a 400 total level account. I feel like a fraud. But of course now this character we did actually have to build all the way up, and also, we were like 0.1% up the scale of the amount of experience you have to get in RuneScape for any skills, so, yeah, we learned that eventually. Anyway, yeah, I'm going to play some RuneScape. I want to do quests. I realized that I'm really behind in Desert Treasure. I mean, I've got okay amount of quests, but I've just never done some of the ones. Desert Treasure 2 unlocks a bunch of bosses. One of the ones I want to learn is the big blob one. I think that you do melee on, and then he can drop some magic stuff. It sounds pretty cool. So that's probably what I'm going to go for. And there's like 30 quests I have to do. That hopefully is an exaggeration, but it might actually not be. So I need some stuff now. Oak planks, steel nails, hammer. Oak planks, let's go. 10. One of these. Spade 2. Okay, of course. Is this everything we need? Looks good. Right, let's go. I'm running extremely impractical, weight inefficient gear for a running quest. Now at 36 kgs, I'm likely to be puffed by the time we get down there, and then have to start slow walking. But I have my laziness tabs here. Break one of those, and it will flip me back to my house where I can go almost everywhere. Probably not as almost everywhere as everybody else can if they're super long time and proficient players of this game, but at least from my hollow perspective, I think I have all the materials. Yeah, so as I was previously saying in a video that probably won't come out, I play Ucarnfightr as kind of like this super detached, like like Ucarnfightr doesn't care. Looks like a good spot for a bird to hide. Okay, I guess I need more context. Use this. I see. This is not going to be a tutorial on how to do things. This is going to be a fails video of what a new player, or just a super casual player is going to do. Anyway, let's go through this quest. So this is one of the quests that we need to do for Desert Treasure 2, like one of the huge chain. Ucarnfightr has no idea what's going on. Ucarnfightr just is kind of told by Provenance. It has just she has just like a voice in her head, which is Questy, of course, that just tells her everything that she needs to say and do in order to resolve any situation. So she's kind of like a superhero, like a god, because eventually stuff will work out, and she has, this omnipresent. So basically, it represents me not being that bothered to, excuse me, being attacked by a crab. Okay, I actually have to read what I'm doing, which is, it's hard to concentrate on that while I'm talking, and now this crab is just like giving me like the 5% CPU overload that I need to just not be able to do anything. So, bring the following items. Talk to Larry on the iceberg to enter the bird hide. Okay, you over here? Okay, this is fine. Run in. I had intended to get some stamina pots, but I didn't. So, there you go. Stamina pots are for the weak. If you aren't prepared to walk, RuneScape is not your game. Although, now that I have a decent amount of agility, even carrying around a bunch of weight for no reason is... no, it's not for no reason. I look fucking good. That's the reason. That is the reason. All right, well, it's worth it. Everything's worth it. We'll slow walk. We'll aura walk later if we have to. This is not my guy. Perhaps I must... He's north of me? Okay, he's here. How do we get here? With the The boat? Okay, well, we can go to Relica then, I guess. I don't know. You're probably all going to go absolutely batshit crazy watching this, because I am going to be extremely frustrating to watch. But, you know, I don't know. The hopefully, you know, the personality of RuneScape is very chill, and that's what I'm all about. And honestly, you know, just making videos for fun, really, too. We're just out here as Ucarnfightr. You know, see, look, this swag deserves to be broadcast. And it's functional swag too, you know. I mean, well, it's extremely expensive, so it better be functional. I never used to be this wealthy in the past. One of these guys sends me the right way. Which one of it is it? Which one of it is you? Which one of it is you? This is ship to Relica. Okay. Talk to Larry on the iceberg. How do we get back to this iceberg of yours? Pirates Cove is Luna Island. This is where you fight basilisks. This is just a dude who does relate to boats. This is Miscellanea. That's completely different. Okay, I am confused now. He has a boat that goes back to Relica. What about this? Ah, ship to Weiss Iceberg. That's where we need to go. Yes. There's two things we're going to need here. We are, in fact, actually going to need stamina bots, because maybe I should put my graceful on. Can I? No, you know what? I'm gonna throw money. I don't even have that much money. I'm pretty poor. Let's see. I need stam pots. So it's the potions tab. This is not, by the way, anything you should look to in terms of an inspiration for organization. This is pure chaos in an unadulterated form. I'll definitely say that. Okay, let's go. It'll be funny. It'll be like one of the quest requirements was money, which I had and I've deposited it. I'm ready for that. Let's go back out here. I think it's this way now, right? Iceberg Weiss. Also, I think Rapier kind of sucks now because there's just a random new item that's better. Rapier was always like an aspiration for me, and as soon as I bought it, of course, there was something better already out that I didn't know about. But it is still like decently competitive, even though it's a little bland, but it looks cool. Although my experience of gauntlets, this is pretty random, is that like you don't have the like the pointing wrist mobility. Like you can't turn your wrist forward. So you need like probably a pistol grip or something on a rapier, which isn't extremely historical. So I'm not that interested in pistol grips, but to like actually point it forward, because like you know you want to point this at this guy, like this right angle here is not going to work. Anyway, right, let's go, Larry. On the way, he's going to teach me the teleport. Okay, well, I feel like I teleported away from where I was supposed to be and then got confused and then spent a whole bunch of time. This is what it's going to be like. So we speak to him to travel. This is what we did last time, isn't it? Yes. Oh. He can travel us back and forth, I see. And actually we don't want to speak to him, and so this is Ucarnfightr like coming to terms with the fact that sometimes the thing is not correct, and I should actually have to read. Okay, there we go. I actually have to read. Brutal to find out. Oh look, penguins. Yes, they are cute. So yeah, so Ucarnfightr is like a kind of like a god that just drifts through this plane of reality, and just kind of like people are talking to them, and there's just nothing in their head relating to the conversation in their head. Like not the words that come back out of Ucarnfightr's mouth are like basic and just drive directly to the point of continuing the story as fast as possible. Okay, this time I see. It's probably because we've got the swapper, and it swapped the prompts, because in the future Larry will be useful as a travel thing, and I'm just behind in my quests. Okay, I think I remember this quest. This maybe was one of the newer quests way back when at like the end of my previous career. Okay, we're going back to Relica. If we have to go back to actual Relica, I'm going to teleport, even though it's not that far. Talk to Larry in Relica. Is this in Relica? Okay, yeah, I think I do remember this. Infiltrating the penguins. So this is like a Cold War, okay? Well, I guess, yeah, that's what it is, huh? Yeah, Ucarnfightr doesn't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on. It's perfect. We just go, oh, travel to your player home house on a crafting table. Oh my gosh, do I have this? This could be embarrassing. Crafting table 3. I mean, I guess I think it's over here, right? Is this where this goes? Workbench? Clockmaker's bench. Armor stand. So this is where I repair my barrows. Don't look at the lack of stuff. Everything's fine. Where else could it be? Travel area or another one? Oh, I can go to someone else's one if I don't have it. That would be quite handy. So then we have to go to like a POH world, right? Zoom, 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 P. Is that not what it's called? There's like worlds where people like have their homes open, where people do like use their altars and things for prayer XP. But I don't remember what it's called. I would have thought it would be POH. Maybe I'll have to look it up. Group PVM, fresh start. Castle walls, blah 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 blah. Blast. Wow, are there really that many blast furnace worlds? Blast furnace is brutal to do. It's like the only way to train smithing. They should really overhaul like these old crafting ones, like this one. Like mining at least has a bunch of cool mini games, but like blast furnace is not a cool mini game. It's just like, oh, it's so good, just do it. And then you're like sitting there RSI, like just developing this like weird, I don't know, repetitive stress injury in your psyche. Right, well, like group skilling? Group PVM. No. House party, that's what it's called. There we go. This appears to be the house party world. I guess you have to go normally to, do you normally have to go to the one in the original house area? Where is that? That's in like Lumbridge or Falador maybe. Yes, let's go Falador and then it's south. Or we could go Port Sarim, right? So Draenor. Yeah, so I will also be potentially like remembering the map, and that's in quotes. And when I say it in quotes, what I really mean is I'm gonna just be like thinking I'm going to the right place without looking, and then eventually find out maybe no. So let's you're on a journey. We're here with me. This is how I would experience it genuinely. So yeah, just representing it. Splashing the he's got his bronze gold trim. Nice. Oh, there's multiple splashers. I didn't know that method was like super popular. I mean, I'll high elk stand for every now and then, but so I think there's going to be a bunch of people here. Question? Yes. Excellent. Okay, so by the way, I'm presumably now that I'm here, I'm going to realize that I need something. This is going to be fun. That I need something to actually do the crafting with. To actually craft. Wait, where are we at? Yeah, this. So actually we need a normal plank and clockwork or a steel bar, which we can't get from here. Where's the nearest one? Actually, we come back to the cooking guild to get here? Crafting guild, sorry. Damn it. I guess we just go back to Falador. Stupid lack of bank. It's probably a boat teleport direction that might be faster. You know, I'm organized enough in the rest of my life, or like I have to be for like work and stuff, that I just, you know, I don't need to be organized for RuneScape. I'm just gonna run around a lot with my random assortment of gear and talk random stuff, nonsense basically. So I guess, you know, that's probably why nobody's watching this, but if, you know, if you are, you're unique, and thank you for being here. What do I even need to do? Normal planks. Plank. They have to be normal planks. Never test. Just get the right item. Grand exchange it immediately. No questions. It seemed like it's probably faster to still get there from Draenor though. So let's teleport. I might even have a better one. But I can't think. And I'll probably spend as much time thinking about it as it would take to just run there. From here. So let's go. So we're making a Clockwork Penguin, which does mean I do remember this quest, and since I haven't done it, it means I did it last time. I had the quest cape at some point back in like 2012. I don't know exactly the year that I stopped playing RuneScape, but it was around the time that I think there was a new skill, like summoning came out, and I had already kind of not been playing a little bit, and then I think I played a little bit of summoning, and then I think Dungeoneering came out, and I think I basically never did anything in Dungeoneering and never played since then. And then in COVID, I was like, oh, I am locked in the house. I need to play a long video game, and yeah, the grind was real and was excellent. Okay, so now I'm gonna have to try. Now I'm gonna have to. Well, I don't need to go into this house. I need to go to. I can do this view, I think, and then presumably Queen Naomi. Can I come to your house, please? You've probably got stuff. All right, now I have to find a crafting bench. This one. Craft your pay. Okay. With a crafting, craft a steel bar into a clockwork. Craft a clockwork penguin at a crafting table 3 or 4. Because I have the clockwork. So a clockwork penguin is the literal creation that we want. Workbench? Clockwork penguin? No. Craft. Does it really offer me to remove it? I don't think I can do that. Horsey toy. Clockwork toy. This seems suspicious. Because okay, we need to. So it might not be in this room. Is there another room that has a actual thing called a crafting table, which is not in the workbench clockmaker room? But hang on a sec. It says steel bar into clockwork at a crafting table 3. If you craft this, it has the option to make not clockwork mechanism. You'd think that that would be this. Okay, so that is that, which would identify this as most likely a crafting table 3, which would then... Okay, so maybe we just, because we already have this, it's not triggering the next step. But you would think that you would still be able to do it here. Unless we're making a toy. Maybe I should just read the actual text of the thing, because it might be a bit better. Build the penguin, I need a... Oh! I need the wood plank and the silk. Wait, I do have the wood plank and the silk. Okay. So I think this is a crafting table 3, even though it's not called a crafting table 3. So according to this, I should be able to do it. Anyway, let's maybe put a cut in here, and then I'll just look it up, and then it's probably really silly. So anyway, I'll be back in a couple of moments here. Anyway, thank you if you have watched this kind of first little random peek into me being a also a RuneScape player, like many probably people out there. This is look at the floor here. Wow. Anyway, yeah, thanks for watching if you have, and maybe subscribe if you want to see more, and we'll see you next time.